Hi, guys. This is Tiffany, and I'm your host for the Loyal Girl podcast. So, we are back this month, like I told you I would. um, so I am excited to talk about this topic. It is something that I've had to really learn as I've gotten further in my career, both on and off the field. Just to give a little brief summary about myself, I played soccer at Florida State. I played pro for about 10 years, just for anyone who is coming on and is new to my podcast. So, this kind of topic I have thought a lot about, and I wanted to address something that was really difficult for me. Um, Getting along with teammates that you don't get along with. That's kind of a kind of oxymoron in of itself, but it's actually a really hard thing to do when you're seeing someone every single day and you don't necessarily get along with them, or there's conflict, I should say. So the first thing I would do is don't be petty. So rule number one: do not be petty. So if you don't know what I mean by that, I mean if you're going to practice, don't roll your eyes. This is something I had to work on too. Don't roll your eyes when you see them. Try and give some type of effort to making the situation work, because no one wants to go to work every day or go to practice every day and be miserable, right? Like, even in a workplace, you all have a goal. Like, if you're serving clients, your goal is to give the clients the best version of yourself. And you can't do that when you're frustrated and you're annoyed by, someone that's always going to be around you, at least for the time being. So don't be petty. I think this is another thing in college that is a really hard thing to do, because you're kind of going through a transition of, you know, finding your independence and just being in a different place away from your parents, and trying to balance, school and soccer. So, like I said again, I'm going to say it, I'm going to keep saying it: do not be petty. Number two, find ways outside of soccer, or outside of sports, I should say, where you can connect with other people who have different perspectives as you. So, example for me, while I've been training with track and field, I have, some part time jobs that I use as a way to meet people that have different perspectives as me. So I have friends that are outside of my immediate athletic circle, so to speak. And what that does is that doesn't allow you to put all of your focus in on this situation that has been really, really difficult. And it allows you to grow as well. So if you're around this environment where you're constantly in survival mode because you're constantly, trying to think of your next clapback, that's not peace. That's not something that, should come along with something that you love to do. All right. So the third thing is, this kind of goes along with not being petty, but you don't want to be the person that's the problem in the workplace or in at practice or on your team. So, example, if the coach sees that there's a conflict and he sees that you have a bad attitude, you're, kind of always picking at this person, you're, always negative, you know who they're going to get rid of? It's going to be you. It may be the other person as well, but you should be concerned about, your position on the team as well, and your position in the workplace. They're going to get rid of the person who is making the most noise and who is making the most, problems for the company or the team. And especially when you get to professional sports, they will release you and say, you know what, thank you for your services, but we don't need this in our, organization. So those are kind of my three things that I would give as advice as to how to get along with teammates, coworkers, anyone that's in your space that you don't really get along with. So that is all. I hope you guys enjoyed the second episode. We we'll have a great time. I'm glad that I've gotten a lot of positive feedback from the first episode. So we'll be back every month, or I will be back every month, I should say. And yeah, have a great day.